people to Twitch. Welcome back to another stream on the Meadow SMP. And today is going to be a glorious stream, for we are going to be removing the wet. We're going to be vanquishing the water. It's going to be amazing. We are going to have a guardian farm in the future. Very, very, very near future, I dare say, and it's night. Of course it's night. Right when I want to go running out and cheering to the rooftops. No, it's night. Of course it is. It's always night! Okay, whatever. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, let's see. I think I still have everything that I need at the Marine Temple. What I do need, though, is sponges. I know that I have a half a stack of sponges somewhere. It's somewhere. The flying raccoon flies into chat. Welcome to the chat, silly Travis. Hey, look, there's my sponges. Wet sponge blob. Okay, wet sponge blob. Makes sense. Makes sense. Alright then! Let's head out to the Marine Temple! No one can stop me! Oh, look, it's the Titanic boat. Whoop! No, don't know why I broke the inventory. It's fine. We're not crashing and dying just yet, chat! Not yet! Oh, it is good to be back, chat. It is good to be back! Okay, let's see. Let's start first things first by drying out our sponges up here on the nether roof. 1 or 2, Pookity. I'm concerned. What am I 1 or 2ing? What does 1 represent? Don't be. Okay, 1, because I'm number 1. 1, because I'm number 1. What is that? What is it? K, okay. I'm concerned. Oh, hello, admin. Welcome to the chat. I'm being concerned. Welcome to me being concerned, and I lost a sponge blob. Oh, here's a sponge blob. There we go. We have our sponge blobs back again. We're happy. What is this? Crafting table and a button. Okay. You had your resub, so it was a yes or no. If you should reuse it. Okay. I don't know what 1 is then, or what 2 is. But okay. I think we all know what answer I would appreciate this question to be. Oh, look at that. There's an enderman over there. Let's leave the tall, lengthy boy. 1 was yes! Let's go! Feeling pog, chat. Feeling good, chat. Hey, look at that. We made it. What is this? There's like a conference. There's just like a collection of them. Why are they all collecting? No, look how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8. There we go. 8. Why are there so many? I'm just gonna leave. I'm not interested in whatever they're selling. Not interested in that. Okay, let's pop down. Oop! That was a cliff. They are meeting to discuss what to do about their inability to pick up blocks. Oh yeah, true. I forgot that they can't do that anymore. Very, very happy they can't do that anymore. Hey, how do I get back up? I know there's a block somewhere. Wait, really? Yeah, they can't pick blocks up anymore. The admin was tired of them picking up blocks, so the admin installed a plugin, so now they can't install blocks. Why? Because they were annoying. And the admin reached their final straw. They were done. They were just done. I need gravel. That's what I was using. Okay. Server core config option. Oh, I got it. Oh, you thought you were talking about the main game? No. I don't think Mojang would ever do that. I mean, get rid of one of the most obnoxious features of the game. Why would they ever do that? And got worried. Yeah, there are a lot of mechanics out there that would get severely broken if Enderman could not pick up blocks. I'm sure that there are at least some Minecraft farms that rely on that. Probably. What would it actually do though? Is there really anything that? Is there really anything that would be helpful to have Enderman picking up blocks? Is there really anything? Wait a moment. Shit! What if you put a whole bunch of Endermen that were holding TNT in someone's house? Admittedly, it's an incredibly random thing. I mean, you'd be so much better off to just put the TNT inside of their house. Then you wouldn't have to deal with the Enderman just not ever putting something down. But I guess you theoretically could do that if you just put down a whole bunch of TNT inside the end. Then the Enderman would all pick those up. Then you could put them inside of boats. Then you could travel them across the world. This is an incredibly lengthy thing for an incredibly depressing prank. Like, having Enderman holding TNT is basically nothing. You'd be better off to get the Enderman to hold something really random and then laugh at the— oh, wait, why is there kelp here? I'm concerned why there's all of a sudden broken kelp, and can you just die, wretched creature? Thank you. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna use my fork to kill the next person. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely better pranks you could do with Enderman than having Enderman carrying TNT. Because if you want to be destructive, then you just put TNT inside of their house. You don't bother with the Enderman. They're just a pain in the butt. Didn't we determine last year that they aren't creatures? True! It's not alive, so I don't have to feel bad about murdering it. Die, wretched, not a creature! Die! It took a very long time for that fork to come back. It took an incredibly long time for that to come back. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling good. Okay, so I had a random moment the other day. You remember to use your fork? Yeah, I did remember to use my fork. I'm very proud of myself for that. Because there's something really weird happened the other day. It's not a fork, it's a 3-pronged knife. Huh. Wait a moment. Wait, yeah, wait. Forks have 4 tongs. Your forks have 4 tongs. This only has 3. Doesn't matter. I can still stab things with it. I can still stab things with it. I'm happy. I'm happy as long as I can still stab things with it. Okay, so anyway, there's something really random happened a little bit ago. I was talking with my friends, and we were— or am I ready to have my mind blown? I'm scared, but yeah, sure. I'm scared. I'm very scared. Oh, steal something from the admin! Let's go! Let's go! We're gonna go steal from the admin! It's trident because it has 3 teeth. Admin, you didn't know this? Trident, yeah. It's also trident because I'm going to dent this guy's face with my 3-pronged— it's gone. 3-pronged knife thing. Okay, let's go steal! Technically, 2 of the shulkers are yours. Yeah, but I want to steal more things. So you already still know. I'm gonna steal more things, admin. Oh, no, we're gonna elytra! Oh, that could have been bad. We're gonna go steal more things, admin. Don't you know anything? Whenever steal something from the admin is redeemed, I go steal another thing. Doesn't matter how many times it's redeemed, we steal another thing. Okay, let's go steal. It's known as a dent because you dent this thing's face. No, you just shush. Okay, so moving on from my incredibly amazing trident aiming skills. Moving on from that, the randomest thing happened the other day. I was talking with my friends, And we were killing time by playing a game of Truth or Dare. And for some reason, somebody asked the question, who in this room is the most eatable? Like, edible. And I'm just like, what? And we're all just like, what? I mean, technically, all of us are edible. Technically. But then they're like, yeah, but no, like, who would be the tastiest to eat? And so then this kid actually started, like, my friend actually starts, like, considering which of us would be the tastiest to eat. And as far as I know, this person is not, my friend is not a cannibal, as far as I know. But it was weird. They were legit going over, like, the pros and cons of eating anybody. I need to steal from the admin, not myself. And so, I got voted as the most tasty of my friend group. And I'm very, very concerned. Like, I didn't even know what to say. It's like, what do I even say to this? Like, what do you guys think, chat? What do you say in this situation? What do you say in the situation where you end up voted the most tasty of your friend group? Like, what do you even do there? What do you even do in this situation? I'm gonna steal, I don't want to steal this. This is helpful. I'm gonna compost that. I'm gonna steal the bread. I'm gonna go feed this to my villagers. Are you the shortest of the friend group? No, I think I actually might be the tallest. Other than maybe, there's only one other kid who's actually similar in height to me. And I think that they might be shorter than me. I am not, in fact, the person who said that I was the tastiest to eat was the shortest in the friend group. And it's like, child, if you tried to eat me, I could legit punt you across the room. Like, I wouldn't even have to try. So I don't really understand. But apparently I'm the tastiest to eat. And so of course, after learning that I would be the first to get eaten inside of my friend group, Of course, I asked the most obvious next question, like, the question that needs to be asked after discovering that you're the first to gonna get eaten. I asked what seasoning they'd use with me, because, like, you gotta know these things, Chad. I mean, what seasoning do your friends think that you'd go best with? And so they just said barbecue sauce. Like, not even, like, flavored barbecue sauce, no, just, like, regular barbecue sauce, just, like, plain, boring barbecue sauce. So, like, instead of a face reveal, no, chat. That is my reveal. That is my reveal. I go best with barbecue sauce. That is my reveal. I look like I would go good with barbecue sauce. And it was like, okay. This was a sleepover, mind you. So then I, like, slept in the exact same room as these people that just said that they would eat me with barbecue sauce. So I'm feeling pretty good right now, chat. Feeling pretty good right now. It was so random. I was so confused. But, like, why barbecue sauce of all things? Why barbecue sauce? I don't even eat barbecue sauce. Like, I just don't. Oh, it's gone. Come back. Thank you. I am going to stab you in the eye! I hit it. There we go. There we go, chat. We are unstoppable with this fork. Our mighty fork. We shall never be stopped. I love that the chat just died. No one wants to talk to the streamer that is the tastiest of the friend group. I mean, can't believe it. You guys don't want to talk to the tastiest of the friend group? Yeah, no, I go good with barbecue sauce, chat. I just realized that if this gets clipped, I have no way of explaining it. Just trying to play Civ? Wow, the potential idea of me just getting eaten alive with barbecue sauce doesn't worry you, admin? Wow. Okay, well, if I ever stop streaming for a long period of time with a warning, chat, you all know what happened. I got eaten. It tracks. It tracks! entire chat just been planning to eat me without me knowing? Has my entire chat just been planning on eating me this whole time? I actually don't really want to know the answer to that question. I'm very, very scared about the answer to that question. I just do not want to know the answer to that question. Okay. Okay. Just gonna leave it be. It'll be fine, chat. It'll be fine. I don't need to know. I don't need to. And I don't want to know, actually. I just don't. Okay, let's see. How is this going? Poorly. Slowly. All of the above. Oh. Somebody once told me long ago, never ask a question that you don't want the answer to. True. True. I kinda do want to know the answer, though. I mean, if my chat is planning on eating me, I kinda want to know. That's also a song. That sounds like a very interesting song. Yeah, so that's my story. I don't have a face reveal. But what I can reveal is that I look like somebody who would taste good with barbecue sauce. Why I was so confused. I was so confused. And I slept with one eye open that night, just so you know, Chad. I'm not a complete idiot. I'm not a complete idiot. I slept with one eye open that night. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's fish! Hello there, fishies! So just one giant chicken wing. Yeah? Yeah, kind of. I'm just one giant chicken wing. Except I am not a coward. I am incredibly poggers and brave. So I am just one giant wing. I am not a chicken. I am not a chicken. Is there anything to stab right now? Oh, look at that! There's nothing to stab right now. That never happens. Fun! What is that? That's an orb. That's an XP orb. I'm gonna stab the fish. Oh, look! There's a thing over there. Oh, it doesn't go far enough. More like a- No, I'm not a turkey. I'm not a turkey. I'm just poggers, chat. I'm just best. I'm best. I'm best. I'm best. I'm best. I'm a professional. I am a professional! That apparently would taste good with barbecue sauce. Also, I don't think a turkey would go good with barbecue sauce. Can I just say that real quick? I don't think that turkey would go good with barbecue sauce. Like, I have to admit, not a very good chef. Last time I tried to make sugar cookies, it ended up coming alive in the pan and looking more like Frankenstein's monster than anything edible. But I'm pretty sure the turkey would not go good with barbecue sauce. Wait, what? Yeah. Last time I tried to make sugar cookies, like the simplest of cookies, when I put it inside of the pan, I don't even know what I did. I think maybe I had too much butter or something. It melted. Like, the cookies melted and turned into, like, caramel. Like, melted caramel liquid on the bottom of the pan. The timer went off and I opened up the oven and I just see this bubbling mess on the pan. Like, it's bubbling, it's spitting, it's making noise. And I'm just like, what on earth is this? Did I just accidentally invent a new element? I had no clue what I had done. Like, I pulled it out of the oven and I put it on the stove and I was like, okay. Just gotta let this cool then, I guess. And then after it was done cooling and was done bubbling and it hardened into like caramel looking layer on the bottom of the pan, I'm like, well, you know what, might as well taste it, because apparently I have enough faith in my cooking that I shouldn't be able to poison myself. Hopefully. It was an incredibly dumb plan on my part. Really should not have eaten it. It legit looked like something was alive. I tasted it, yeah. I used like a metal spatula and a hammer, so I could like chip off a part of it. Like, it was solid. Like, it was like a candy bar solid. And so I chipped off a little hunk of it, and I was like, maybe I just accidentally made like caramel or something. Like a really heckin' chonker's like hardened sugar or something. No, it was not. It tasted like rust. It tasted like pan. It was so nasty, and I think I also broke about 14 of my teeth that day. It was not a good day. It was not a good day, chat. Anyway, so that's why I don't make sugar cookies anymore. That's why I don't do that. That's why I don't do that. It took forever to. I had to like chisel off my monstrosity. I had to chisel my monstrosity off of the pan. It was so bad. I don't think my parents will ever trust me in the kitchen ever again after it. It was not good. It was not great. I don't do so great inside the kitchen. I mean, just the other day, my parents were like, you should make dinner, and I'm like, okay, because you know what, I might as well make dinner. I mean, my mom makes dinner most night, or my dad. I feel like I might as well have that every now and again. So I was trying to make dinner, and it was like a vegetarian lasagna, which I was not very impressed with. I couldn't even manage to make sugar cookies. I was not very confident in my abilities to make lasagna. So I was, but yeah, you know, I was like, I'm brave. I got this. I will not be defeated by a non-existent casserole. So I started making it, and I chucked two mini squashes inside of the Instant Pot. And I go to turn it on for 20 minutes, and I'm just like, okay, that's great. And I go about preparing the rest of the casserole, and it's great. I'm stuck. And so it's great. I'm like, I am freaking Gordon Ramsay here, chat. I am just Gordon Ramsay. I was feeling so impressed with myself. And then I looked over and saw that, oh, look at that. My timer was finished a while back because it didn't beep. And I was so weirded out. I was like, what on earth? What type of timer doesn't beep? And so I go to open up the Instant Pot, and I open up the Instant Pot. I don't know why I did that. Like, it's an Instant Pot. It's extraordinarily pressurized. If I was actually able to just take off the lid, it would have exploded in my face and broken the kitchen. So it's a very, very good thing that once I had opened it, I discovered that it had not worked. The squashes had just been sitting inside of an Instant Pot with a little bit of water in the bottom for 20 minutes, doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, I had just sat there inside of the kitchen, feeling like Gordon Ramsay, you know, like cooking up some noodles, oiling up a pan, getting ready to saute some onions. You know, all the while I was there, feeling so amazingly good at cooking, I hadn't even turned on the Instant Pot. I hadn't even started pressurizing it. It had just sat there with two squashes inside of it, just sitting there. With some water. Yeah. My mom ended up making the casserole. So, I mean, I feel like I kind of won in the end anyways. Because I didn't have to make a casserole. But also, I didn't even turn on the Instant Pot. I feel like if there was a record for worst chef, I might be able to get it. But it's fine, chat. I make up for it. I make up for it because I'm poggers at Minecraft. Look at that guy I just wrecked. Just wrecked a guy feeling good. Who needs cooking when you can be good at Minecraft? That's how come Gordon Ramsay is always so mad, guys. Does Gordon Ramsay ever look happy? No! It's because he doesn't have Minecraft. He just has cooking. You don't need cooking. You don't need cooking in your life. Food is overrated. Just play Minecraft and be happy. It's fine, chat. I'm just gonna stab this fish here. No, die! Die! Oh god, why does it swim so fast? It is just on something. I don't think it appreciates the new wall. I don't think it appreciates it. But you know what? Screw it. Screw the Guardian. It can just have the wall. This wall is in existence now. It is just happening. I don't care. I am going to completely vandalize your home, and I am not sorry for it. I am going to completely vandalize and then demolish your home so that all of your future children will drown to death. Well, not drown, but burn You thought your stream was PG-13? It's fine. Just because, yeah, it's fine. I don't swear, which means I'm PG-13. It's fine. It's completely okay. It's completely okay. Vandalism is PG-13. Demolishing every single child in a future generation so that I can take their organs, that is their fish, and I can feed it to cats. Completely PG-13. Completely PG-13. It's fine, chat. As long as you don't swear, you're PG-13. What you said you were going to do to that one... Huh? Oh. Oops. Well, I guess I have been not PG-13'd. Whee! I'm going to stab you in the face! Wretched, naughty creature! Why does my fork take so long to come back? I mean, doesn't it know that I can just... Doesn't it know that I'm trying to murder not creatures with it? Doesn't it know? Wait, how far can I throw it? Oh. Realize that might not have been the smartest thing. Realize that might not have been the best idea. Just throwing my trident into the distance might not have been the best plan. But it's fine, chat. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It came back. What do you do when you have a trident that isn't loyalty? What do you do? Do you have to, like, throw it and then run to get it? If it lands in a creature, does it just come an item? You cry. Yeah, that makes no sense. Like, what do you do? If it hits a creature, does it just kind of sit there, stuck inside of the creature the same way an arrow is? Although I guess no, because arrows don't get stuck inside of creatures. Arrows just don't. Players are the only... Oh, I just realized. Players are the only living creatures in Minecraft that... Yeah. Players are the only living creatures in Minecraft that arrows get stuck in. Everybody else just has arrows disappear. It's like, what happens to the trident? If you hit a creature with a trident... If you hit a creature with a trident, and it doesn't have loyalty, does it just kind of just go poof? Does it just kind of go poof? It bounces off. That makes sense. That makes sense. It just bounces off and lodges in the dirt. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes great sense. Can you imagine if it turned into an item form, though? That would just be so dumb. You would just yeet your only weapon at a monster. Yeah, it just kind of hits, and it then bounces off onto the... Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wait. There's a wait? There's a wait? Yeah, if you just hit somebody and then turn into item form, though, it would be kind of dumb, because then the monster could just pick it up, and it could beat you to death with your own weapon. Which, I mean, would be really, really funny. It would be really, really, really funny to give it to your friend and be like, yo, try to fight that. Tridents could poke holes into... What? How? Could poke holes into bedrock if you really think about it. Oh, I guess, yeah, because it just it has to lodge in somehow. Please die. Please die! Okay. Well, that guy's gonna leave. Okay. Anyway. So, we're just gonna calmly continue placing gravel. Oh my gosh, I still have that whole side over there! No! Oh, depressing. Hey, can you just not today? Thank you. Anyways. And we're falling in again. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna be so aquatic by the end of this. Also, I still don't have Depth Strider. I still do not have Depth Strider. I have Depth Strider 1. I have Depth Strider 1. Time for a 24-hour challenge where you use a trident to break bedrock. That would actually be amazing if that was actually a thing. If tridents actually, like, drop, like, a nugget off of any block that they break. And then slowly, bit by bit. Because there's 9 nuggets to an ingot. And blocks require 9 ingots. So it would be 9 times 9, 81. You would need to whack something theoretically 81 times. If every single time a trident hits something, a nugget worth falls off. So theoretically, that it would take 81 strikes with the trident, which shouldn't take too long. I mean, 1 second, we actually time this in 1 second. So we just wait. I'm just gonna wait for my stream time to reach 30 seconds. Then I'm gonna see exactly how many times I can throw the trident in 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. 10 seconds. We got, that's 2, 3, 4. Okay, so about 4 to 5 times. So it's 4 to 5 times divided. So 81 divided by 4.5. I don't have my. One second. We're pulling out. We're pulling out a calculator. We're pulling out a calculator. Okay. Okay. So 81 divided by 4.5. How long would that take? Die! Anyway, 81 divided by 4.5. Okay, 1 second. Let me find my calculator on my phone. I don't usually do math. I don't usually do math, so I don't know where it is. And I am just drowning today. That's just happening. That is just happening. Die! Okay, imagine you need 9 shards to make a nugget, and 9 nuggets to make an ingot, and then 9 ingots to make a block. We can do that math real quick. Your computer should have to it. Huh. That's great. Yeah, it should. I could just open up Google in another tab, but I'm not going to. Okay, so 9 times 9 times 9. 729 shards inside of a block. If you can take a shard off every single time you hit it with a trident, you have approximately 4.5 shards every 10 seconds. Okay, so 4.5 shards every 10 seconds. So 729 divided by 4.5. 162 times 10 seconds. 1,620 seconds. Okay, so 1,620 seconds. You don't need Google, is it? Oh! That makes sense. You know, I'm using my phone. I'm kind of smart that way. Okay, 1,620 that's seconds, divided by 60 to get minutes. It would take you 27 minutes, almost half an hour, to break through a block of bedrock with a trident. Well, I mean, considering it took over 6 months for us to blow a hole in the nether roof, 27 minutes actually doesn't sound that bad. 27 minutes actually doesn't sound that bad. You should play a RL craft world. You know, I've never thought about it, but that's not a bad plan. That is not a bad plan. I'm currently trying to think of more things to do so I can have slightly more variation in my streaming. And that is a plan. That is something I could do. That is definitely something I could do. I could definitely look into that. Currently, though, my play, it's super easy. I have heard exactly the opposite. I have lots to do. I can barely stay focused enough as it is on Minecraft with much less to do than compared with RL Craft. I'm not sure that more things to do is better for me. But yeah, that's definitely something I would consider doing. Just that would probably happen maybe in probably like 3 weeks or so if it were to happen, probably 4 maybe actually, because it has dragons. Wait, Minecraft has a dragon. Regular Minecraft has a dragon, and I happily murdered it. Let's just talk about that real quick. Chat. Also, my poor change perspective button is just having a seizure today, but that's fine. Sign me up, chat. Okay, once my play has come to an end, then when I can stream more often, this is happening. And RL Craft World is happening. We can do this. One second, I'm just gonna set an alarm. I'm gonna set it in my calendar for, like, multiple weeks out. After my play is done, we're gonna make an RL Craft World, chat. It's gonna be weeks away because my plays are starting. Oh god! Oh, I just realized that my play is getting performed next week. Oh, that's not fun. Wait, what day is it today? Never mind! Haha, it's next week. Nope, that's what I said before. Oh, just let me drown here and die. Okay, anyway, so yeah, RL Craft, writing that into a calendar. There we go. My friends will be weirded out why I have RL Craft randomly written inside of my calendar. But you know what? Screw them. Who needs friends anyway? I mean, they want to eat me. They're probably not friends I should have anyways. How many doubloons do you have? More than you. More than you! Just better. I'm just better, chat. I'm just better. I'm just better. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Just gotta put this here. I mean, doubloons, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I got better. I'm the better. I'm the better. I'm the better. I'm the better. I am the better. Ah! I hit it! Oh my gosh! Wait. I expected that to hit. Definitely expected that to hit. Yes. You sure? How many then? X plus 1. I mean, you gotta solve for X. I mean, silly Travis M, show us the big math skills. Yep, yeah, X plus 1, solve for X. That's your amount. And then it becomes Y, which is my amount. Okay, 1, 2. Oh no, I can't swim. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I suck at swimming, chat. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, chat. My poor mouse is having a minor stroke. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got no, because y equals x plus 1. Wait, does that mean you have minus 2 doubloons? I would have minus 1 doubloons if you had minus 2 doubloons. Debt! Less debt than you, though! Woohoo! Always just see this is the trick, chat. You do not need to be the best at anything. You just need to be better than the worst. Especially when it comes to running. You do not need to be the fastest. You just need to be faster than the slowest person so that they get eaten by the bear first. Welcome to Canada. Joke's on you, you just paid it off. Well, guess what? X plus 1 equals Y. If X just became 0, then all of a sudden, Y became 1! Ha-ha! Guys, just, I be gaining in the cryptocurrency. Basically, Bill Gates here. Hello there, child. Basically, Bill Gates here, guys. It's a good day. It's a good day, chat. It's a great day. It's a great day. Okay, let's continually place this gravel so this may slowly slide down and vanish into the abyss that is the ocean. And my poor mouse is just not having a good day today. Well, you know what? Being able to accurately know which way my perspective is facing is overrated! Ah! There we go. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's not like I'm trying to build a wall around a house filled with hundreds of incredibly hostile fish things. Not like I'm doing that. I give up. I give up. Give up. Give up. I've given up on you, mouse. I've given up on you. I've given up. It's not the mouse's fault. I would like to add that. It's just, it is a wireless mouse, and it's trying to go through my desk, which isn't, my desk actually isn't that chonkers. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why it's not working, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's like I said before, it's not like I'm trying to run away from several incredibly angry creatures that I am trying to destroy their home. It's fine. It's fine. I have no reason to be afraid of a mouse not working. I have no reason to be afraid. Okay, let's throw this fish back in here, and there we go. Lots of gravel, and swim back over here. Oh, look at that, another not creature thing. I was just about to ask, if they're not a creature thing, what do we call them? Then I realized that they actually have a name. They're actually called guardians. I just don't call them that. Okay, Chad, do you guys have any ideas for what we can call the not creatures then, other than guardians? Because obviously we can't just call them guardians. We obviously can't just call them guardians. Just, it doesn't work that way, chat. It just simply does not work that way. Just endlessly placing. Not a guardian. Yeah, not a guardian. Not a guardian. Not a guardian. You can't. Not a guardian. I guess, yeah. We can call them not a guardian. We can call them not a guardian. We can call them just not a guardian. They're not a creature. They're not a guardian. They're just schmucks. They're just schmucks. These guys are just wretched schmucks. Not a fish. Yeah, they're not a fish. They're not a fish. They're just nothing. They're exactly nothing. They just don't exist. They just don't exist. See that? Doesn't exist. Losers. I know. L. Not creature, not fish things. L them. Okay, let's place down all the gravel losers. We can just call them losers. I mean, I'm currently destroying their home, so like they're just complete total losers. Complete total losers. Poink. Not living? Yeah, they're not living because they're not creatures. Creatures live. Schmucks here just exist. They simply just exist in order to make my life nasty. Die! I'm going to be so excited for when all of this water is drained out and they're forced into an incredibly small chamber where they're then forced into a fire so they can burn and die and I can laugh. Haha. Okay, well, I can kind of see now why I was voted to be the first one eaten in my friend group. I feel like if I wasn't eaten first, then I would go slightly psychotic and murder everybody. They may have had a reason to eat me first, I now realize. What is up with my Minecraft streams? Instead of just playing Minecraft and talking about, I don't know, builds, or whatever it is regular Minecraft streamers do, instead I sit here talking about eating people. And these schmucks here. Your friends would just eat you for the heck of it. Oh, we love friends. What are friends for if not just to eat you for the heck of it? I just realized that this could be taken in a very, very, very not PG-13 help! I realized this could be taken in a very, very not PG-13 context incredibly easily. But you know what? It's fine. Chat, it's fine. We are perfectly PG-13. We're talking about eating it with barbecue. We're talking about eating each other with barbecue sauce. That's fine. Either you or the bullied friend. Oh, that's depressing. We don't want to eat the bullied kid. We don't want to eat the bullied friend. We want to eat the bully. And then they're gone. Although the bully probably wouldn't taste very good. Just thinking. What makes up human taste? You know what? Let's not realize that I might get banned for this conversation. Never mind. Let's not talk about cannibalism. Wait. I know that YouTube auto scans for certain words. Am I gonna get my VOD age restricted? Am I gonna get my VOD age restricted? Well, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Having children be able to watch a Minecraft VOD from a channel that appeals mostly to children, fine. I don't need children watching. It's fine. It'll be okay. Age restriction, not a problem. If you know, all you know is your friends would eat someone if they had to. I'm not sure Could I eat someone? I mean, theoretically I could. Theoretically I could, but would I? I'm not sure. Guess it would depend on the person. Yeah, this is still not helping. I don't want to get age restricted. Maybe we should stop talking about eating people. It's fine, chat. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be okay. If you didn't know, you probably... Anyway! Yeah, all caps anyways! Moving on! Anyway, RL craft. That sounds like a decent idea. I'll try that. I might check that out, see if it's any good.
Hydrate or dihydrate?
Oh! Hydrate! 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 We're not aggressively hydrating! One day that cup will break, but today is not the day. Today is not the Dre. Did I just say Dre? We're gonna ignore that. Day. I know English. It's fine, chat. I am not secretly an octopus living inside of a human skin cell pretending to know human language. Definitely not. Not me. Not me. Definitely not. Ah! I'm getting attacked! Should play a horror game. I actually have considered that a lot. I have considered playing horror games a lot. Just my only problem is that I do not use a webcam, and a lot of horror game, like watching people play horror games, is one of the main reasons watching people play horror games on Twitch is funny, is because you get to watch them completely freak out on the face cam and like fall off their chair, which I would totally do. I've almost fallen off my chair playing Minecraft. But I don't have a webcam, so all you would basically hear is just an endless cacophony of screaming, which is usually just my usual streams. So, Spookies! Jumpscare Mansion might be one to do. Also, true, VTuber could fix that. That or I could legit just use a webcam. That is something that could legit just happen. Like, I am not really against having my face on... I'm not against having my face be attached to my thing. I'm not against using a webcam. I just don't. Yeah, my big thing is that I don't really want my classmates... Oh, there's Kelp again. I don't really want my classmates to know that I stream Minecraft. So... Well, I guess not really. I wouldn't really mind if they knew that I stream Minecraft. Problem is that if they watch my stream ever, they might realize that I'm actually insane and leave me. Just thinking out loud here. But yeah, no. I'm pretty sure that none of my 5 viewers happen to know me from school, so I'm probably a-okay there. So yeah, I'm not completely against it, I just simply don't. But yeah, if I ever use a webcam, then I would totally want to do horror games. Because for some reason my chat seems to hate me, and if I were to do something where I'm actively terrifying myself into nonsensical screaming, I think that anybody who has ever been in my chat ever will come, like, teleporting in to see it. Like, I don't know why, but my chat just loves to see me in pain. I'm not sure why. What is killing me? I blame this thing. Who's killing me? Tell me what- It's over here. It's over here. I'm killing this guy. Fun fact, you used to show your face in earlier video streams before you took them down, and then you switched to a VTuber. Ooh, sounds fun. That is cool. That is cool. Cool for you, good for you. I'm gonna murder this guy. Give me a moment. I'm gonna get back to you in a second. Just gotta murder this guy real quick. Die! I missed. No one saw that. No one saw that. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I am, if I ever seem slightly crazy to you recently, chat, I am very much on the verge of mental breakdown. I looked at the calendar recently and discovered that the play that I have been in since the start of the school year is going on in like 2 weeks. Like, legit, I have the dress rehearsal tomorrow. This is the last rehearsal we have before tech photo call Q&Qs, and I'm panicking, chat. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Some of the other kids in the play don't even know their lines yet. I'm panicking. I'm panicking so bad right now, but it's fine, chat. It's fine. We hide it by playing Minecraft and screaming and murdering not creatures in Minecraft! It's fine. That's also something I feel like I probably should not be doing. Screaming every single night for like an hour and a half is probably not good, considering I need to keep my voice for a play. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Being able to speak is overrated. Bro, creepers should burn in heck. They do suck. They do suck. Creepers suck. They just blow up everything. Now see, this is why I'm in the middle of the ocean. Creepers don't spawn out here. Creepers just don't spawn out. I have no clue how things haven't started spawning on the rims here, but they just haven't. They just haven't, and that's great, because I don't want to have to deal with them. Also, if a creeper blows up my wall, I'm not gonna be impressed. Earlier, you had a creeper at your door and you didn't know when your house went boom. Oh, that's not great. Oh, that's not good. That sucks so hardcore. That just 100% sucks. Creepers blowing up your house is not fun. Okay, let's see. Let's just endlessly play Scrabble for the rest of time. Okay, we gotta get to there. Then from there to there. You know, we actually might be able to finish. Maybe in today's stream? Maybe? 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 Then to- Oh, that sucks. Creepers blowing up lawns is not fun. You know, I remember back when I used to play on an SMP with my family. We used to all just play together on Minecraft because we don't like each other in real life. But in Minecraft, we can kill each other and get away with it, so that makes us all happy and get along. Anyway, so back when I played with them, my younger sister used to blow up the yard a lot. Like a lot. We used to have a chest in the house filled with gravel and grass and dirt because of the amount of times that creepers would blow up the yard. It was insane. You had to have like a creeper kit ready. Yeah, you had to get 23 extra blocks of dirt. Yeah, it's not fun. It is not fun. I used to be so annoyed. I would just like walk into craters everywhere. And it would just be like, yo, who left this here? Not impressed. Although now that happens, like that happens now that there's more people on the server. So it's like deja vu. It's like deja vu all of a sudden. Yeah, who needs family to blow up your yard when you have a bunch of children added to a Minecraft server to do it for you? Perfect. Okay, endless placing of gravel, la 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 la. We're just gonna be placing. Oh, we're so close! We're so close! One day we'll get there. One day we'll get there. When you were younger playing Minecraft, you were a TNT maniac. You messed with TNT too much. There is never too much TNT. There is just never too much TNT unless it's around my house, and then even a single block is too much. Around other people's houses, though, good. Nowadays, you're more chill, and you kind of hate creative because of it now. Yeah. Wait, why would you hate creative because of it now? Is it just the TNT? Just blowing things up? Oh, I remember back in the old days when I played on such a crummy computer that I could only see like one chunk. Even like, if you had one block of TNT, my computer could handle it. It was like, hey, this is fine. It's a bit of a lag spike. You have to like pause and you like stop turning and then you move. But it doesn't last very long. But as soon as you had two TNTs, as soon as the TNT blew up another TNT that was lit and it had to like calculate projectile stuff, my computer would crash. It would just crash. And it would be so depressing. I would try to blow like 3 TNTs, that was it. And it would just die. And I'm just like, yo! All you used to do was mess in creatives, that's why, yeah, I guess, yeah, that would probably get a bit tiring pretty quickly. Oh god, that sounds bad. It was so bad. Nobody would do anything with me on servers. Because this was back when I still played, like, my family in Minecraft. And, like, after, I went to another fortress once. Once with my dad, and he got KO'd by a blaze. And so I'm desperately searching for his stuff. But I can't see anything. I can't even see a chunk in front of me. Because of the fog. So I'm like searching all around. I'm like, yo, where did you die? And he's all like, the path, the junction between the paths. And I'm like, what path? Because I don't even know where the fortress is. I don't even know where the fortress is. Because I just can't see anything. I was 10 blocks away from where he had died. But because I couldn't see, I could only see like a chunk, and then the fog cut even more of that down. No one ever took me anywhere again after that. I became strictly a at-home Minecrafter. So all I did was like tended to farms and build things. I couldn't even build nice things either though, because I couldn't see the big picture ever. So I just built like really tall blocks and rooms, because that's all I could do, because I couldn't see anything. It was so bad. I tried to mod that computer once with ore spawn. Minecraft didn't even load. It just started, the computer kind of went, and then it was done. And it just never opened again. And I'm just like, well, okay, guess that's not happening. So I was not able to mod that computer. Just didn't work. When you first got mods, you remade Jurassic Park and an alien base, although you started to get blue screen because of it. Oof, what is I feel kind of dumb for asking this, but what is blue screened? I'm slightly scared to ask, but what's blue screen? Oh, blue screen of death. Oh yes, the blue screen. I remember that. I remember that blue screen of death very, very vividly. Where your computer gets shut off or started. Oh yeah. I've gotten that. Yeah, no. The computer I was playing was so old it used Windows Vista. The computer I used was so old it used Windows Vista. So I actually got like program not working, tabs opening, and that type of stuff. It was so old that in order to function, it was Windows Vista. Yeah, wow, it was old. It was almost as old as I was during the time that I was playing it, and I must have been like 9 or 10. I was kind of old, but I was also still youngin'. I was still a youngin'. Yeah, it was so old. In order to actually load in order to actually like, function, it had to be on Ubuntu. But in order to try to mod things, I had to use Windows, because Ubuntu is crazy. Ubuntu is crazy when you're trying to mod things if you've learned on Windows. It's like trying to swap between Windows and Apple. Brain just don't. So, yeah, that was fun times, sunny skies. It was not very great. In fact, I think that the computer's still somewhere in the house. I might track it down one day just for laughs. See if it still turns on. Although I think that the cord for it got lost an incredibly long time ago, and they don't make cords like that anymore. So it might just be forever dead. Either that or it might have gotten e-cycled forever ago. Like, it's so old. It's so old. I think I gave it to my sister when I got my computer. When I got my first computer. I think I might have given it to my sister. Because during online school, my parents were like, you can have this laptop. Like, during the pandemic, they designated it as mine. Because they're like, you can use this for your schooling. It was so old, it couldn't even run Google Meets! It was so old, it couldn't even run Google Meets! I was like crying. The craziest thing it could run was freaking like Prodigy, which is a math game. And even then, hey, hello. Welcome to the chat, Princess Selena. We're just talking about this incredibly old laptop I used to use. I used it for online school, and it was so old. It was so old it couldn't run Google Meets. We discovered this during the pandemic when online school was school. It was not a very fun way to learn that. I couldn't use Google Meets. It did not work out so great, but oh well, it's fine. It could run some things. It could run a math game called Prodigy. You can't stay because you somehow procrastinated this paper so badly? Oh no, Selena! Good luck on your paper. Good luck on your paper. I wish you the best of luck on it. Good luck. This paper is worth 60% of your grade and you need it done by tomorrow or Tuesday? Selena, no! Selena, no! It's worth 60% of your grade? Go! Go! Be gone! Leave! Go to the paper! You're sorry? Don't apologize to me! Okay, hear you out. Okay, we're hearing you. You had a very old laptop, you forget if you played on it, but your dad used to build on Minecraft in it. He was an amazing builder. And you transferred to a second PC, and that's the one you play. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, look, go do your paper. Yeah. Travis agrees with me. Go do your paper, Selena. We value your education. Oh, you have over half of it done. And once you get your question answered, you'll have like 80% of it done. Oh, there you go. Oh, no, I didn't want a flint. Well, now I have a flint. Die. Anyway, so we're half of it done. Yeah, that's good. That is good, Selena. So go answer the question. Believe in yourself, Selena. Go get it done. You got this. Oh, then that's less of a word, but still need to get it done. You got this. Yeah, you got this. I agree with Travis. I agree with Travis. If you can get the discussion done tonight, tomorrow you only need 2 paragraphs of the review of literature done, and then you just need the abstract. Nice! Congratulations. Thank you, Pookie and chat. Yeah, we got you, Selena! You'll continue on knowing you guys, but you got this. You got this, Selena. Go write your paper. Go get a good grade. Go pass your course. You've got this. Believe. Okay. Yes! Goodbye, Selena! If we see you again, we'll yell at you. Begone! Yell at you in a very supportive and kind way, of course. Okay, you just remembered that you need to read like 8 to 9 chapters by tomorrow plus a test on Monday? Goodbye! Silly Travis, you gotta go too! Go do your schoolwork! Be responsible, you guys! I say knowing full well I have a physics test tomorrow that I have not studied for. It's fine. It's fine. I have a physics test tomorrow on something that it's not good. It's not going hot inside my brain. It's really not. It's on the same stuff that for some reason there's a fish on the board whenever the teacher does it. I don't understand. Also, that is something I really hope I don't get graded on, is writing an alpha. Because it is unfortunately a sign within physics, but it looks like a fish when my teacher does it. It's supposed to look like an A, but it looks like a fish when my teacher writes it, and I don't know how we're supposed to do it. Are we supposed to make a proper alpha, or are we supposed to make a fish? I'm so confused. I don't understand physics. It's fine though, chat. It's fine. Physics is overrated. Your test, all about your math is something you're good at, so like 1 hour and 89 chapters is like easy. 2 hours so easy. Okay, yeah, you got this. No stress. No stress in the slightest. Wait, what am I even doing tomorrow? Ooh. I wrote a unit test on Thursday in bio.
Hydrate or dihydrate?
Hydrate or dihydrate! Whee! Hydrate! If I can look at my face! Hydrate! Aggressive cup slam! You know, I never learned the cup song. Every other girl I know learned it in like grade 3, and like so many. It's just so many of the kids I know, honestly. No. I don't know the cup song. My closest equivalent is this aggressive slamming that I do every single hydrate. That's the closest I get, which is great. It's great. It's like I don't even understand. I have done multiple years of contortion. I've done years of dance in my youth, and now I've done freaking gymnastics, and I cannot for the life of me do any sort of coordinated hand dance thing. Nothing. Okay, the worst way to die would be by dying of hydration while in the middle of the ocean. That would dying of dehydration. Yeah, that would really suck. That would really suck to die of dehydration surrounded by water. But that's the way that salt water works, isn't it? It's fun that way. It's fun that way. I remember my science teacher's way of teaching us about like precipitation and evaporation, that type of stuff. And like the way that like condensation purifies stuff. They would teach it. OMG, you just got the worst idea. Worst idea or the best idea? This gravel is just going right through this fish. But you just got the worst idea. Worst ideas are the best ideas. Like all of my good ideas are my bad ideas, and my bad ideas are amazing ideas. Like that's just how this works. Worst ideas are the best ideas. There's just so many guardians. There's just so many of them. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, my science teacher used to be used to have like the weirdest ways of teaching us about like water mechanics. They simply were like talking about like on a desert island, and we're talking about how on earth you would survive. Like my teachers were very, very morbid. Should get an auto clicker and set the POV change on Minecraft to left click, then make the auto clicker to max speed and turn it on while on Minecraft. Oh. That's actually not a bad plan. However, that's great until I get knocked off by a guardian. That works great until I get KO'd by a guardian and fall off. And then I just end up putting gravel everywhere. Yeah. My teachers had funny ways of teaching. I mean, the amount of times I got threatened with death was not great. I mean, learning about water. Learn it or die on a deserted island one day. Annoy my math teacher and get threatened to be hit by a car. Which really didn't have a lot to do with math, but okay. Okay. That's actually about it. I only had 2 teachers threaten me with death. So that's actually not too bad. That's not too bad. My middle school was an interesting time. Although I didn't have my knee broken, another kid got their knee completely demolished by my math teacher. So I'm counting my luck. I didn't actually get hit by a car, so I'm fine. You're never, but you're still a little. You've never, but you're still a little. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Teachers, okay. Teachers, okay. Messed up in the head. Anybody who is perfectly sane scares me. I mean, everybody's a little bit insane, aren't they? Like, isn't everybody a little bit insane? I'm very, very scared of the one person who probably is completely sane out there. I'm very, very scared of them. Teachers are just built different. Oh my god. I remember a long time ago, so there are multiple different French programs where I live, because I live in Canada. So you can learn French in school in a lot of different ways. There is the usual idea that there's the usual program, just English immersion and French immersion. English is just regular school taught in English, all that great jazz. French immersion is school that is taught in French, but is meant for kids who speak English at home. Gym teachers are really built different. They say so many different strange things. Oh my gym teacher. I have had some insane gym teachers. I have had some absolutely insane gym teachers before. It just gets so crazy. It just gets so crazy. Okay, yeah, but French in So I myself was not inside of a French immersion program when I was a kid. However, since some kids decide that they want to learn French later on in life, in the 7th grade, you can decide to go into French immersion in a late immersion program. So it's meant for kids that are just starting to learn French at grade 7, and then in grade 9, it merges with the French immersion program with kids who learn school completely in French, other than English class, of course. So I went into that because I'm all like, French, oui, baguette. But then, because the class sizes are so massive, like there were over 30 kids inside of my class, they ended up moving me early into a French class, like a full French immersion class, because they were like, we have too many kids. So they moved me in grade 8 into a full French class, and I'm just like, I don't actually know French. I don't. At that point, I'd only been learning for 1 year, and they're all just like, you gotta do this. But because they swapped me into a full French program, I had to swap schools. Because I was no longer in the division that the late immersion school was. Because there are less late immersion schools than full immersion schools. So they were just like, hey, you need to go to a different school now. Like, theoretically, if I had wanted to, I probably could have stayed inside of the late immersion school. Because, like, I was not actually qualified to be inside of an immersion school. It was a public school, they would have had to take me. But it was just like, okay, I don't understand. So they just put me inside of the school, which was nice because it was a lot closer than the late immersion school. Like, one of them was 4 kilometers, the other one was like 5 minutes to walk to. It was actually insane. It was great being able to just go home from school so quickly, just walk. But I didn't know French. And everybody else knew French. I walked into class. I think it was math class was first that day. No, because we had homeroom first. And the teacher was just talking in English. They're like, my French brain isn't on yet, so I'm just gonna talk in English. And I'm like, this will be easy. Everybody is also not French like I am. It'll be fine. No, it was not fine. I went to math class next, and the teacher just starts spitting away in rapid fire French, and I'm just like, what? I was so confused. They're just like spitting off in French, and I'm just like, oui, baguette. I was so confused. Like all I knew at that point was basically pencil. That's like all the French I knew. Pencil, paper, couple science words. That's about it, really. Oh my god, I almost failed French class that year. But it was so bad. So I really did not want to flunk. So I had to go like after school a lot to go get extra French get extra French. And the French teacher, she was very, very, very happy that I was doing more French, because no one actually likes French. Everybody hates French. So she decided that since I was taking such initiative in French, it must mean that kids like French now. So she made a French-speaking club, so that kids could get practice speaking French in just like normal settings, like talking about books or whatever in French. And I'm just like, this is a great plan. I can practice French, because I desperately needed the practice. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to it. I was the only kid in French club. Like, of my school, which is like 600 plus kids, of which, like 400 of which speak French. The only people in the French-speaking club were me and the French teacher. Like, none of the other French teachers came. It was literally just one French teacher and me. Like, the teacher didn't even bother trying to get other French teachers. It was so sad and depressing. Dang it, why wanted to post your message? So yeah, you don't think anyone likes French. Yeah, also, yeah, you don't think anyone likes French? Yeah, no one likes French. And also, that is depressing. That messages just do not get sent. That is depressing. That is always a depressing day. I don't think it's Nightbot's fault, though. Usually just blame Nightbot for these things, but it appears that they're not blocking these ones. Bizarre. Oh, wait. If you wrote years at all inside of the message, it won't send at all, and it won't even tell me that you wrote it. So that's just something. If you wrote years in it, because I'm tired of people saying that they're like 12 years old and I have to ban them, I completely banned the word years. Yeah, why? Yeah, it's just because I was so tired of people saying their ages and leaking that they were too young to be on Twitch, and I had to ban them for it, because that is what I actually have to do. I signed a contract that says I have to do that. Not fun. So I just completely banned it. So if you type the word years, it's not great. Your old school was English, but still taught French for like 2 to 3 years. All you know is how to say your name and where you live. Also, you don't have to nice. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that is something fun about Canadian schools. Technically, everybody legally has to learn French in public school. Every single public school is supposed to teach at least a little bit of French up until, like, I think it's grade 4. But I'm pretty sure that other places also have that type of stuff where you can learn, like, other languages. But almost nobody actually knows how to speak proper conversational French. Even the French immersion kids, honestly. Like, they can communicate. Not good though. We can communicate as we can communicate almost as good as a kindergartner who natively speaks French good. Grade 4 and a little in 6, and you think you were supposed to do in 7 but never did? Yeah, you're really supposed to do it like all those years mentioned, but most schools just don't do it. Most schools just don't do it. Which sucks, because it is kind of important as a bilingual country. But oh well. It is important to be bilingual, know different languages, but also, even if you do know French, honestly, if you talk to someone in French, usually they'll just swap to English anyway. Because most people who speak French also know English. And usually French speaken by, like, people who learn, especially in school, is so bad that they would rather speak in English to you. They would just rather. Like, that is something we were told to expect if we ever go to France or Quebec, is that if you ever speak in French, they are going to speak in English to you. Because your French is going to be terrible. Your French is terrible. So, pretty great. It's pretty great to know that the language I've dedicated 5 years of my life now to is not even going to be recognized wherever I go. That's nice to know. Although I don't blame people. I do not blame people in France, though. I mean, my teachers have compared like Quebec French to Shakespearean English to English. Because Quebec is interesting. Because they are the only predominantly French province in Canada, they are very, very dedicated to preserving their culture. If you ever try and start off speaking English, they will pretend they don't know English. So yeah, they're funny that way. So always try to speak in French, and then they will swap to English because they don't like your French. It's dumb. It's just dumb. Just know in advance that they're not gonna like your French. They're gonna think it's dumb. Yeah, but anyway, Quebec is fun that way, because they try very, very hard to preserve their language and their culture, because if they don't, they will lose it. They will lose it. Like, so many people in Quebec know how to speak English, because it's just, the country is predominantly English. That is just the fact of reality. If you do not know English, there are so many things that you will just never be able to do. Even though you're legally supposed to be able to do them, you just can't. This is just how it goes. So, unfortunately, because of that, Quebec is trying very, very, very hard to preserve their culture because they don't want they don't want to lose it. You've tried learning Spanish, French, and Japanese and failed at all. I have tried speaking English and French, and I can't do either. So, welcome aboard! Welcome aboard! Languages are hard. Yeah, but yeah, Quebec tries really, really hard to keep their language. They legit have a government-funded task force dedicated to preserving the language and keeping it the same way it was forever. So, like, the French there is ancient. And because most of the French speakers in Canada come from Quebec, like, French teachers all around the country speak Quebec French. So the French taught all over the country is ancient. Like, absolutely ancient. Like, Shakespearean level ancient is what my French teachers always compare it to. French is the only one you learned a little bit, and Spanish you learned yeah. That is actually, yeah, that's the second part of French. It's just everything is gendered. It sucks so hard. It's like, what is this? Chair? Is it feminine? Is it masculine? I'm not sure. Almost nobody ever aces any French writing assignment because we're not allowed to use like grammar checkers because apparently it's plagiarism. So you're also not allowed to use dictionaries. So there's no way of knowing if anything is feminine or masculine or not. So you just guess. German is worse. Do you see me taking German, admin? You don't. You don't. And that is why. I struggle enough in a language with no genders being English. I struggle enough with that. Thank you very much. I don't need German. They have 3 genders. Isn't there like a language that has like 4 or 5? Like, I don't even know where they would get like 4 or 5, but I feel like there's probably a language with more. As soon as you find a difficult language, another language just has to show up and try to be more complicated. That's just how it rolls. Oh well. You know, it's funny though. I've been thinking about it. Britain, in its history, is incredibly good at stealing relics, cultural artifacts, all sorts of important things. So why don't they steal languages? I mean, technically they steal a few words from certain languages. I mean, especially French. There's a lot of French words inside of our English language. But English has also wiped out, like, Britain has wiped out hundreds of languages over time. Hundreds! You struggle at English and it's your first language? Yeah. Yeah, English is nasty. English is nasty. English is just not fun. But yeah, like, why didn't Britain just steal languages? Why didn't they just do that? They stole all sorts of cultural important things. English is notorious for beating up other languages, rummaging around their pockets and stealing loose grammar. Yeah, we stole them, but we stole a whole bunch of words, but they still have some Latin words. Yeah, English has a lot of fun things. Yeah, we steal a whole bunch of words, but not languages. We don't steal whole languages. Like, the one thing that could have been useful. The amount of languages that have been lost to British colonization is insane. But if Britain had just stolen the languages and, I don't know, written them in a book somewhere or something. Actually, that would not work, because a lot of languages that were stolen did not have written languages. If they just stored them in an audiobook somewhere, it would have been helpful. It would have been helpful. I mean, wow, Britain. Wow, Britain really messed up on this one. The one thing that would have been good for you to steal. The one thing that would have been good for you to steal, just gone. Gone. Wow. Can't believe you, Britain. Just dissing Britain here now. It's fine. It's fine. It is like 2. It's like 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. there. They're not awake to see that we're dissing them. The whole of the English language is stolen from other languages. True. But people are still speaking it. Which is the trick. That's the trick. If you ever try to read very early English, it's unintelligible. Huh, unintelligible. Very interesting. Unintelligible, you mean, admin? If parents can't read emojis, how will future history people? You forget the word history. Yeah. How? Yeah, I don't know. If parents can't read emojis, I don't know. It's so funny though. We've just kind of like reversed back in history. We're all just like written language, so important. And we go all the way from like hieroglyphs. They're called something funny like that. Like the Egyptian picture language. We go from that to like written word languages made out of letters and phonetics. But then we go back. What was wrong with hieroglyphs? If we were just gonna go back to them anyways, why did Britain wipe them out? I'm not sure if Britain wiped out Egypt's hieroglyphs. I'm not sure, but I'm just blaming Britain because it's probably Britain's fault. If worse comes to worse, just blame Britain. Just blame Britain for things being lost to history. Always blame Britain. I feel kind of rude doing this, considering I technically am descended from British colonizers. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I was technically once British, so... Technically, I live under British monarchy. So technically, by very, very, very loose technically-ing, I'm just insulting myself, which is okay. You're allowed to insult yourself. It's a very, very long stretch, though. Okay, let's just stab these people and kill them. Whee! I missed. No one saw that. Nobody saw that. And we're just gonna continue sealing everybody inside of here! Living is overrated. This guy's about to be unalived. Ha-ha! We unalived him! We unalived him. You can't even see him being unalived. You can hear it. It's all based off of hearing now. That's how you know you've unalived someone. OMG, Thor's hammer has loyalty! Oh my gosh! This is... Oh my gosh, the mystery of life has been solved. The mystery of life has been solved. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate that Lolcats has named channeling being Thor? It's a sign! It's a sign! Lolcats knew it! How have you never thought of this? I don't know how I've never thought of this. Also, I'm very glad that you just wrote Thor's hammer, because if you wrote its actual name, I would never be able to say it. I would never be able to say it. I would just sit here for the rest of the stream silently staring at the word, mouthing the letters, trying to figure out how on earth to say it without making a complete fool of myself. You know how I said I thought we could finish before the end of stream? I don't think that's happening. We got like 2 minutes. It's fine, shall we just speedrun it? We'll just speedrun it! Fast placing! Oh. You even have the accent on it. Now I have to very silently look at the screen while trying to phonetically pronounce it. Yeah. What sound does the O with the eyes make? What sound does that make? What sound is that supposed to make? As a French speaker, I should know this, but I don't. Mjolnir. There we go! Admin has saved my bacon. Mjolnir. It's Mjolnir, guys. We got the good language skills. It's Mjolnir. It's Mjolnir. Yeah. Mjolnir. Got it. I'm sure that admin is sitting in a chair somewhere crying at that pronunciation. I'm certain of it. They're sitting there somewhere as I say Mjolnir, as they cry inside. Fun day. How close am I getting? I'm not getting very close. Well, you know what? It's fine. This is the problem for another day. Meh? Admin is just meh-ing? by far the person. I have never met anybody who's more attached to grammar than the admin is. This is, who are you, and what have you done with the admin? This is there was an imposter among us. There is an imposter among us. It's an imposter, chat. It's an imposter. It's an imposter. It's an imposter. It's an imposter. You're busy eradicating the. Whoa! Admin! I mean, technically, you're also descended from British colonizers. I'm pretty sure Britain has probably tried to do that at least once. So, we're just gonna steal something from the admin. Let's go! Admin! You're gonna get me banned! You're gonna get me banned for saying these things! Also, I'm pretty sure that Britain has also done that at some point. Britain has probably also done that at some point. So, it's still it's a history lesson, chat. It's a history lesson. This is why the admin is saying these things. See, admin is just doing an incredibly accurate historical reenactment of what happened in the past. Just blame Britain. Just blame Britain. Okay, let's go steal something from the admin before we call it a day. Ooh, what are we gonna steal? What are we gonna steal today? I'm gonna steal these because they're technically mine. I'm gonna steal these back. I'm gonna leave the Happy Halloween up. You know how some people leave Christmas decorations up from, like, frickin' the day after Halloween to all the way into, like, April? See, we're just gonna leave the Happy Halloween up that long and see what happens. Did you know there was a song in the South Park movie called Blame Canada? What did we do? Wait, we did a lot of things. Never mind. I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. We have an interesting history. Canada has done something. Yes. Yes. Yes, I realized as soon as I said it that we have done some things. We have done some things that we're not going to talk about on stream, though, because I appreciate not getting age restricted! Woo! Alright then. Well, we have we have passed the end of You're the spider on the wall? You're the spider on the wall? Oh, wait. Checking tab. I trust no one. I trust no one! You're the spider on the wall. Well, that was incredibly amazing timing that a pair just hissed. Who are we rating tonight? I'm not sure. I'm about to actually check that. But yeah, thank you all for watching today's stream. Hope you guys all have an amazing day, night, 3 a.m. panic attack, whatever this is for you. Hope you guys have a good one. And I hope to see you all in my next stream. Alright. You know what? Let's go read Sanity again. They seemed fun last time we were rating them. Alright, well, hope to see you all in my next stream. Ciao! Make sure to go say hi to Sanity, guys, and drop a follow, all those great things. Hope to see you all again in the future. Have a great time. Ciao!